Yeah, a very good evening to one and all. Hope you are able to hear me. Can you guys please confirm? Can you guys please confirm over the chat whether you guys are able to hear me and able to see my screen as well? Okay, yeah. Fine, guys. Yes, what we have discussed, sir, on the last session. What we have discussed, sir, on the last session. So we started with what? We started with the discussion on what, sir? SQL constraints, sir. What do you mean by constraint? What do you mean by constraint in Oracle? It's nothing but on the business rule, right or not? It is nothing but on the rule, or we can say what the business rule when you are inserting the data, when you are inserting the data of a column in the database table, right or not? While inserting the data into the table, so we need to follow some kind of business rules. Some of the columns or some of the columns does not allow the duplicate values. Some of the columns does not allow like as in the null values. Okay. Some of the columns does not allow the null values along with the duplicate values as well. Such a kind of business constraints will be there. Understand? So such a business such a business rules we are going to be developed with the help of what? Constraints, sir. Okay. And we can apply like as in the constraints on which commands, sir? DDL commands, correct or not? Constraints can be applicable on what commands, sir? DDL commands or DML commands or TCL commands or DCL commands or DRL commands? DDL commands, sir. While at the time of creating the table, you can define like as in the constraint for a particular column, or else you can, after creating the table as well, you can add the constraint to that particular column, sir. Okay. Using like as in the create command and alter command, you can add like as in the business rules with the help of what? Constraints. Understand my point or not? So there are the two levels of constraints we can apply, sir. So what are those, guys? Column level constraints and the table level constraints, sir. What do you mean by column level constraints, sir? So defining the constraint at the column level is called what? Column level constraint or not? And at the same way, defining the constraints at the table level is called what? Table level constraint or not? Come on, guys. Right or not? These are the two levels of constraints we can apply on the table, sir. At the column level, you can apply the constraint, and at the same way, after defining all the columns, after defining all the columns of a table, you can apply like as in the constraints on the particular column at the end of the create statement, right? That is called a table level constraint. And Oracle supports, so Oracle supports how many types of constraints, sir? Oracle supports how many types of constraints? 4 constraints or 5 constraints or 6 constraints? How many constraints are the Oracle will support? 4 constraints or 5 constraints or 6 constraints? 6 constraints, sir. Okay. Such as what? Unique constraint, not null constraint, check constraint, default constraint, primary constraint, and foreign key constraint, sir. Right or not? These are the 6 Oracle SQL constraints, sir. Okay. What do you mean by unique constraint, sir? Can you guys please confirm? What do you mean by unique constraint? What do you mean by unique constraint? If a particular column defined as in the unique, then what would be the behavior of that column? No repeated values. No repeated values, right? Any other question, any other answers? If you define like as in the particular column as in the unique means, then what would be the behavior of the database column, sir? It will allow the duplicates or it will not allow the duplicates first? It will not allow the duplicates, right? The first point is what? It will not allow the duplicate values, right, sir? And it will allow the null value or not? Yes, it will allow only one null value, sir. Only one null value, right or not, sir? Right or not? That is called unique constraint, sir. So can we define the unique constraint at the column level or at the table level as well or not? Come on, guys, quickly. Can we define like as in the unique constraint? So can we define like as in the unique constraint at the column level or not, sir? Yes. So we can apply the unique constraint at what? column level and as well as a table level, sir. Right, sir? Okay, so that is nothing but an it will we can apply this constraint. We can apply this constraint at what? So column level, while at the defining at the column at the table, you can define that the unique constraint at the column level, sir. And you after defining all the columns in the table, you can define the constraint for a particular column of our table as well. That is called table level, sir. Okay, both ways it is possible, sir. So after creating the table, can we add after creating the table, sir? Can we add the unique constraint or not to the particular column of a table? Come on, guys. Can we add? So can we add like as in the can we add like unique constraint after creating the table by using alter command or not? Right or not? Yes. Okay. We can add the constraint. We can add the unique constraint. Okay. We can add like as in the unique constraint after creating the table as well, sir. After creating the table by using what? By using what? Alter command, sir. By using what? Alter command. Hope you guys are comfortable or not. So is it possible to enable and disable the constraint in our control or not, sir? Come on, guys. Is it possible to enable and disable the enable the constraint and disable the constraint temporarily or not? Come on, guys. Yes, it is possible, sir. Okay. Sometimes we can have an option. Sometimes we can have an option. We can have an option for temporarily. Okay. Temporarily for enabling and what? Disabling the unique constraint, sir. Enabling and disabling what? Unique constraint. That is possible, sir. Okay. Sir, is it possible to drop the constraint for a particular column of the table as well? Come on, guys. Is it possible? Is it possible to drop the constraint of the table by drop the unique constraint of the table? Yes. What would be the command for that? Alter command or not? Okay. After adding the after adding the constraint, after adding like as in the constraint to a column of the table, we can have an option to drop the we can have an option to drop the constraint by using what? Alter command, sir. By using what? Alter command, sir. Understand, sir? Understand or not? Yes. Okay. Sir, can I add like as in the unique constraint for the more than one column in the table or not, sir? Can we add like as in the unique constraint more than one column in the table or not? Yes, we can have it. Okay, we can add the unique constraint. We can add like as in the unique constraint, to the unique constraint to what? More than one column in a table, sir. In a table. That's all. Clear, sir? Yes. At the table level or at the column level, Sharanya? Like we can define like as in the multiple unique constraints at the column level possible and the table level is possible. Understand? Yes. While at the defining at the column level, while at the time of defining the columns itself, after the data type, you can define like as in the unique keyword for the multiple columns at a time. For the first column, you can define the unique word after the data type. For the second column, you can define like as in the unique code after the data type for the second column. At the same way, you can have an option for the table level as well. Yesterday I shown you those things. Right, sir? This is all about we have discussed on unique constraint on yesterday, sir. Hope you guys are comfortable or not. Have you done with the practices or not? Sir, I am seeing like as in the messages in our Oracle group of and the WhatsApp. So still you people are not yet completed with the installation of the database software, and also you are not able to access like as in the SQL developer as well, sir. Some of them are still facing the issue. Okay, some of them are still facing the issue with the SQL developer. Okay, try to resolve that error, sir. Try to resolve that error by taking the support of and what Google. Okay, so whatever the commonly occurring problems were there, For the commonly occurred problems, I given you the solutions in the first 5 sessions itself. Okay, if you go through the notes of the 5th session or 6th session or 4th session, okay, the commonly occurred problems solution I have given you in the notes. Okay, please go through that notes on the daily basis and try to sort out the problem of the SQL developer and complete the complete to access for what SQL developer, sir. Understand, sir? Sir, first when you try to complete the database software installation. After completing the installation, just verify the database is connected or not through SQL command line. Through SQL command line, just you need to verify whether you are able to connect with the database or not. If you are able to connect with the database means, then definitely you are able to connect with the Oracle SQL developer as well. Okay, understand, sir? Yes. Yes. So can you guys please confirm how many of you are still facing the issue with the SQL developer? How many of you guys are still facing the issue with the SQL developer? Can you guys please confirm over the chat? Whoever like has attended in the today's session. Come on, guys. Out of 65, like out of 65, how many of you guys are facing the issues with the SQL developer? I need response from you guys. Yes. Abhijit, you are also facing the issue. Okay. Abhilasha also facing the issue. Sai also facing the issue. Okay. What is the facing? What you guys are facing the issue, guys? What you guys are facing the issue with the SQL developer or database? You guys are facing the issue with what? Database or SQL developer? Okay. Okay. Okay, then guys, just drop an email to me so that like whoever like is in the facing the issue, whoever like is in the facing the issue, sir, you guys can just drop an email to me, sir, so that I will have a look. Okay, so these that the commonly occurred problem or any new problem. Okay, that's I will show that I will have a look those emails and provide you the solutions, sir. Okay. Yes. Okay then. Okay, yeah. So what we have covered, sir, yesterday after that unique constraint, and we talked about with what? Not null constraint or not. So can you guys please confirm if a column is defined at the not null constraint? If the column is defined as in the not null constraint means, okay, if the column is defined as in the not null constraint means, what would be the behavior of that column, sir? What would be the behavior of that column? It does not allow the duplicate values, correct? Yes, it does not allow like as in the duplicate values, sir. It does not allow the null values, right? Yes. So it does not allow the null values in the data in the column in the database column, right, sir? Okay. Now tell me, sir, it allow like as in the duplicate values or not? Come on, guys. If the column is defined as in the not null, it will allow what? It will allow the duplicate values of the values of the database column, sir. Right, sir? Yes. Okay. Can we define like as in the not null constraint for more than one column or not? Come on, guys. Can we define like more than can we define like as in the more than one column of the not null constraint or not? We can define the not null constraint. So not null constraint for more than what? More than one column, sir. More than one column. Understand? More than one column, sir. Okay. So not null constraint can be defined at a table level or column level? Come on, guys. Not null constraint can be defined at what? Column level or table level, sir? Only column level, sir. Remember that point, sir. Okay. Not null constraint Okay, not null constraint. Okay, not null constraint. Okay, always can be defined. Always can be defined at what? Defined at what? Column level. Okay, column level only. You do not have an option to define the not null constraint at a table level, sir. Sir, is it possible? So, what is the default? So, see, sir, Oracle by default, Oracle, Oracle, Oracle database by default, every column will allow the null values or not, sir? Will allow the null values or not? If you define like as in the not null constraint means that particular column does not allow like as in the null values, right, sir? Right or not? So after creating the table, is it possible to add like as in the not null constraint to the existing column or not? Come on, guys. Is it possible? Is it possible to add is it possible to add what? Is it possible to add like as in the not null constraint after creation of the table or not? Roshni, like what is the difference between table level and column level as we discussed, right? So when you are defining like as in the constraint beside the data type of and the column, that is called column level constraint. Okay. So when you are defining like as in the constraint at the end of all the columns, okay, at the end of all the columns by using constraint class, that is called table level constraint. Both are worked same, sir. Yes, both are working same. No problem. Okay. Only the difference as I shown you. Okay, when you are defining at the column level, Oracle by default gives some constraint name, sir. Okay, when you are defining like as in the constraint at the column level, Oracle give you some constraint number, constraint name, as I shown you on yesterday, SYS underscore something 02017, right? So if you're defining the constraint, if you're defining the constraint at the table level by using constraint class, where you can have an option to define the constraint name as an user defined, right? That's what I shown you on yesterday, right, sir? If you want to show me, I can show you back again, no problem. Okay, then fine. So Oracle database by default, every column will allow the null values, sir. If you are defining like as in what? Tushar, like you need one more time. Yes, see, sir, create a table, something like a test temp. Okay, emp id, that is nothing but an what? Emp id, that is nothing but an what? No, so emp id, that is nothing but an what? Not null constraint. This is nothing but an what, sir? Column column level constraint, right, sir? Okay, column level constraint, right or not? Okay, yes, I'm going to create like as in the one more table. Create a table. Okay, create a table. So test underscore, sir, test underscore temp underscore one. Okay, so employee ID. Okay, employee ID. So employee ID, that is a employee ID is nothing but an what? Number column, sir. Okay, number column. And again, here we are going to define what? So number column, sir. Okay, so that is number column constraint. So what we can say, sir? Constraint. So constraint name. So constraint name, that is test underscore emp. Okay, not null key, not nc, not null constraint. Okay, nsc, and then followed by what? Not null. Right, sir? This is nothing but an what, sir? So defining like as in the column level constraint with the help of what? Constraint class. Right or not? Tushar, is it clear? This is the column level constraint only. Okay, defined by using what? Defined by using what? Defined by using what? Constraint class. Understand? Defined by using what? Constraint class. Okay, yes. So here, see, observe carefully. Here, Oracle by default allocates what? Allocates with what? Some constraint name. Okay, here Here we define like as an our own constraint name. Okay, this is nothing but an our own constraint name. How can you validate that one, sir? Okay, just nothing more, sir. You just need to open the table. You just need to open the table on the left hand side. Okay, so first table I am opening, sir. Okay, and I am just opening the table. Just click on the table where you can have the constraints section. Okay, if you select this column, sir. Okay, if you select this column, okay, if you select this column, if they select the tab of and the constraint, sir, just a minute. So see, sir, this is what the constraint name, sir. This is what like as in the constraint name given by the Oracle, right or not? Tushar, is that clear? Okay, so I'm just opening the second table, sir. I'm just opening like as in the second table. See, in that case, constraint name is what? Test underscore emp underscore nnc. That is nothing but an our defined, our own user defined constraint, right or not? If you go back to the constraint, this is what the constraint name or not? Clear, everyone? Everyone is clear, guys? In column level constraints are always column level constraints always Oracle allocates with what? Some constraint name, predefined constraint name. Okay, so whenever you are defining the constraints by using constraint class, at the time you can define your what? Your own constraint name, sir. Clear or not? Everyone? Everyone, non-IT people, everyone, is that clear? Everyone, is that clear, guys? Out of 66, I got only the 2 responses. Okay, yes. So tell me, sir, after creating the table, after creating the table, how can you add like as on the not null constraint to the existing column of the table, sir? Definitely, Sharanya. Whenever you are adding like as on the not null constraint, yeah, you need to take care about it should not contains like as in the null value. Correct. Yes. Okay. Tell me, sir, after creating the table, is it possible to add the not null constraint to the existing column of the table or not? Yes, we can add it. So by using what commands, are alter add command or alter modify command? Come on, guys. Alter add command or alter modify command? So you guys are not yet gone through the notes. Abhijit and Roshni. So you guys are not gone through the notes. Okay. Yeah. So see, as per our yesterday's discussion, as I already mentioned, so there is a somewhat difference between when you are working with the not null constraint. Okay. Typically, every constraint you can add with the what command? Alter add command. So, but whenever you want to add a new, okay, whenever, okay, whenever whenever we need to add a, 1 minute, sir. After creating the table, so we can add, what not null constraint to the existing column of the table. Okay, existing column of the table. So table by using what command, sir? Alter modify command, sir. Okay, by using what command? Alter modify command only. By using what command, sir? Alter modify command, sir. Remember that point. So please go through the yesterday's discussion, sir. So no, Roshni, that will not work. So whatever the syntax you have shared, that is unique constraint. Adding for what? Unique constraint. So if you go through the notes, okay, let me show you. One minute. Let me get that notes, sir. 1 minute. So this is what our notes, right? Yes. Go to the yesterday's notes, 23 hours notes, 23 hours ago notes. Okay, just go to that. Go to that, sir. So see, if you guys observe carefully, what I given, sir, what I given like as in the syntax. If you want to add a not null constraint to the column, you can use for using for what the following command, alter table command, alter table, table name, modify column name. You need to specify what? Not null. This is what the syntax I shown you on yesterday. This is what the syntax I given you on the notes. Roshni, is that clear for you? Whatever the syntax you have shared with me, that is related to what? Unique constraint. Okay. This is the syntax I shown you on yesterday, sir. Somewhat little bit difference when you are working with what? Not null constraint. Okay. You can drop like as an, the not null constraint. Yeah, that is what I'm telling. Both are not same, different. Okay. Yes. Okay. If you guys wanted to drop the not null constraint for a column as well, using the modify command only, you can specify. Understand, sir? Right? Yes. These are the things which we have discussed on yesterday, sir. Hope you guys are comfortable or not so far. So whoever like as in the missed on yesterday session, hope you guys are comfortable with these two constraints or not. I need confirmations from the non-IT people, sir, along with the IT people. Whether you guys are in line with me, whether you guys are practicing the things or not. These are the very important things. Okay. Yes. Okay, guys, and before starting off our today's discussion, sir, I just wanted to provide you the quick update from my end. Okay, so we do not have the sessions. We do not have like as in the no sessions. Okay, we don't have the sessions. Okay, so from 8th December to 8th December to what? 12th December, sir. Okay, so 8th December to 12th December. So we do not have like as in the sessions, sir. Okay, so because I will be the not available, sir. I will be the not available. I am in the planned vacation. Okay, so will be the reaching out of station. So could not able to join the sessions, sir, between these days. Okay, so again, so will be the connecting back to of our session as what? 13th December, sir. Okay, 13th December we'll have the regular sessions. Regular sessions with the same timings, no change at all. Understand? So this schedule is applicable for all my batches in the Ashok IT, sir. Okay. So all my batches, like whoever like attending the full stack batch with me, and along with that whoever attending with me like Spring Boot with microservices. Okay. So for all of them, this is what like as in the schedule, sir. Okay. I hope all of them are already know, whoever attending with me the full stack and the Spring Boot with microservices. Okay. So for the same update here as well. Okay, so we do not have like as in the session from tomorrow to December 12th. Up to that, what is the task for you is you just need to complete the practicals, whatever we have discussed so far. Okay, you guys need to complete the practicals so far, whatever we have covered. And also you need to complete the completely working with what? Oracle SQL developer as well. Okay, yes. Okay, yes. Yes, that is what I'm expecting, Raju. Okay, that is what I'm expecting, sir. So 12th December, you got like as in the chance for the 5 days. Okay, try to spend some time on every day of 1 hour. Okay, try to get some practice, whatever we have covered so far. Notes is with you. notes is also with you guys. Okay, in the GitHub. So everyone, please go through the notes and get some knowledge and try to do some hands-on part in your local missions. Okay, yeah, I will be sharing those assignments as well, sir, because today I have some so busy work with my office, so I could not get a chance to get onto the assignments part. Okay, so I will get some assignments and share you that over the chat in the WhatsApp. Okay, Yes, I already shared my assignments to other batches as well. So like Spring Boot with microservices batch and a full stack Java batch as well. I'm going to share you some assignments to you as well. Okay. Yes. Fine, sir. Okay. This is what like as in the one quick update I wanted to give you from my side. Okay. So this is what if anybody, so don't join the session between these days. So again we'll be the connecting back on 13th December, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Correct. Coming Tuesday we'll be having of our next session. Okay. Okay, sir. Yes. Okay. Hope you are clear, everyone. Shall we start for the today's discussion? Shall we start our today's discussion, sir? Yes. Okay then. So as of now, for up to the yesterday, we had completed with what? Two constraints, unique constraint and not null constraint. So we will be the jumping onto the another constraint, sir. That is called check constraint, sir. Check. What do you mean by check, sir? What do you mean by check? As a name itself having the meaning, while inserting the data into the column. Okay. While inserting the data into the column, sir. Okay. We will be the defining some kind of condition. Okay, the column value should be between what? Between like 1 to 100. Between what? 1 to 100. And column values should be in what? So column values should be in what? Some default values. Okay, that kind of check constraints will be the defining at the column level, sir. Understand, sir? Check constraint is useful for what, sir? Allowing the values to a column based on the conditions, right or not? So allowing like as in the values into the column based on some condition, right or not, sir? Okay, that is called check constraints. Okay, that is called like as in the check constraint, sir. So how can we work with the check constraint, sir? Is it possible to define like as in the check constraint more than one column in the database table? Yes, it is possible, sir. Okay, this constraint does not allow the values which are not satisfied in the given condition, sir. Okay, so whatever the condition we have, whatever the condition we have given, sir, if that condition got satisfied, then only the value will be inserted into the column. If the condition is not satisfied, okay, if the condition is not satisfied, sir, okay, then the value of the column will not be inserted. Okay, and we can apply the check constraint. We can apply the check constraint on more than one column in the same table, sir. Okay, we can apply the check constraint on more than one column in the same table, and check constraint allows us to enter like as and what null values as well. That is what the disadvantage. The main disadvantage of the check constraint is what? It allows us to enter what? Null values. And we can apply like as a check constraint to a column or the group of columns, and column may have what? One or more check constraints as well, sir. Okay. So the point here you need to understand is we can apply like as in the check constraint on a particular column, as well as we can apply the check constraints on the multiple columns as well. And also for a one column, we can have more than one check constraint. Understand, sir? Understand my point, guys? Everyone? Everyone, is that clear, sir? So while inserting the data into the table, okay, while inserting the data into the column of the table, so if the given condition is satisfies, then only the column value will be inserted into the table, sir. If the given condition is not satisfies, then it won't. If condition is not satisfied means it will throw you an error. That's all. Okay, so you can work with this check constraint at the column level as well as table level, sir, using constraint class. Okay, so observe carefully, sir. Syntax one for is what? Just for creating the table. Create a table, table name, and then followed by what? Column name, followed by what? Data type, and using like check constraint. Check is check is nothing but an what? Constraint, sir. Constraint type, and where you can specify what? Expression, sir. Whatever the condition you wanted to specify, whatever the condition you wanted to check, that condition you can specify as an what? Expression. Understand, sir? This is nothing but an column level constraint or not, sir? Come on, guys. Column level constraint or not? Come on, guys. Please confirm. Is this column level constraint or not? Yes. Okay. Yes. Coming to the syntax too, sir. Okay, coming to the syntax too. What we are going to do, sir? So we'll be the defining for what? Column name and the data type. Column name will be the defining for what, sir? Column name and the data type, sir. Okay. Will be the defining for what? Column names and the data types. Okay. And we'll be the having like as in what? Lot of column names and the data types, sir. And so we are applying like as in the check constraint to the particular column of the table or not, sir, by using constraint class. Come on, guys. We are applying like as in the constraint. So we are applying like as in the constraint. Okay, constraint constraint name and then followed by constraint type, that is a check, and then followed by what, sir? Followed by what? Followed by what? Expression or not? So tell me, sir, is this nothing but an column level or a table level, sir? After completion of all the definitions of the column, after defining all the columns in the table, we are defining the constraint at the end of the table creation or not, sir? At the end of the table creation or not? Means that is nothing but an what? That is nothing but an what? Table level constraint. Okay, this is nothing but an what? Table level constraint, sir. Okay. Okay, this is nothing but an what? Table level constraint, sir. Okay, fine. Okay, yes. Let us see here what would be the examples for this. Okay, so sir, in unique constraint purpose is what, sir? Does not allow the duplicate values of a column. Okay, Satish, like unique constraint purpose is different, check constraint purpose is different, sir. Okay, instead of unique, write like as in the check then expression. So unique constraint means does not allow the duplicate values, but in case of check check constraint, if you define like as in the check constraint for the column name, okay, it will allow like what? Duplicate values of the column. Okay, yes. So observe carefully, sir. Observe carefully. I am just taking like as an example for what? Create a table. My table name is what? Parts table, sir. Part ID, that is number column, number data type. I've just defined as an what? Unique constraint, which does not allow the duplicate values, and a not null constraint means this column does not allow the null values as well. Okay, and part name is nothing but an varchar data type, and we defined as an what? Not null, sir. It does not allow the null values, it will allow the duplicate values. Okay, so up by price. Okay, by price is nothing but another column. Total number of digits, how many digits we have? 9 digits. Out of the 9 digits, 2 are nothing but an what? Decimal digits. So tell me, so out of 7 digits are nothing but an whole numbers, and 2 are nothing but an decimal points, right? Okay, and then check, sir. Check constraint, and then followed by what? So means by price should be greater than 0, sir. While you are entering the data, of this column, so the price value should be what? Greater than 0. Then only the record will be inserted into this column, sir. Then only the data will be inserted into this column. If you are supplying like as in the buy price is 0 means, tell me, it will throw you an error or not? What is the constraint, sir? What is the check constraint we have defined? Buying price should be greater than 0 or not? Come on, guys, please confirm. Buying price should be greater than 0 or not? Buying price should be greater than 0. If it is buying price is equal to 0 means what it will happen? It will allow, or it will allow the data, or it will throw an error? If the buying price I am going to supply as on the 0 means, it will throw an error or it will allow the data? It will throw an error, sir. Must and should our buying price should be greater than 0, sir. Understand? This is nothing but the one way of defining for what? Check constraint at the column level. Okay, another way, sir. This is second example. For the second syntax, for the second example, observe carefully. Okay, part ID, part name. Okay, part ID, part name, and the buying price. We just define like as on the column here, and then followed by what? Constraint name, check constraint, and the buying price should be what? 0. It should be greater than 0. Understand, sir? Understand or not? Okay. Yes. So if you guys wanted to allow the buying price value should be between the values, means what you guys need to do, sir? What you guys need to do? You need to use what? Between class. Understand, sir? If you guys wanted to use, sorry, 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. 1 minute, sir. Yeah. Fine, sir. Okay. Yes. If you guys wanted to allow, like as in the value of the buy price, if the value of the buy price should be between the range, means then you can define in this way, sir. Okay. Then you can define in this way. So buy price should be greater than 0. Okay. Instead of buy price greater than 0, sir. Instead of this one, if you guys wanted to allow like as in the, value, my screen got stopped. Sir, hope you guys are able to see my screen. Hope you guys are able to see my screen, guys. Yes, no screen, sir. No screen, yes, sir. Jaysri, like what would be the your the answer? No screen, yes, sir. Okay, let me stop the share screen first. Okay, let me reshare again. Let me reshare again. 1 minute. Somebody are facing. Okay. Yeah. So now you are able to see my screen. Now you guys are able to see my screen. Yes. Okay, fine, sir. Okay. Yeah. So if you guys wanted to allow, like as in, if you guys wanted to allow like as in the buy price column between the values, means what you need to do, sir? Just buy price. Okay. Okay. Buy underscore price. Okay. Buy underscore price between class. Okay. Between class, it should be what? 5,000 and to what? 10,000, sir. So means we are just allowing the values. Okay. We are just allowing for the values. We are just allowing like as in the values for what, sir? We are just allowing like as in the values for what? Between 5,000 to 1 lakh. Okay. 99,999. Yes. Akul. Unique constraint you can use at the table level. Okay, unique constraint you can use at the table level, Akul. Not null constraint cannot be used at the table level. Okay, check constraint you can be used at the table level. Understand, Akul Prasad? Okay, yes, fine, sir. If you guys wanted to allow, if you guys wanted to allow like as in the price of the price of the column between these range, means between the between these values, means you can go with what? 5,000 and 99,999, sir. Okay, this is the thing, sir. Hope you guys are comfortable or not. So this is nothing but an what? Just for trying to insert for the price value is greater than 0, sir. Let us try with that. Okay, let us try with that, sir. Okay, just take the copy of this one. Okay, take the copy of this one, sir, and try to execute. Okay, the parts table got created, sir. Let us try to insert some parts. Let us try to inserting some parts, inserting the records into the parts, sir. Okay, insert into table name as on the parts, values of what? Something 01 part, and the part name is what? Nothing but an engine. Okay, and the price of the part is what? 2,500. Okay. Okay, then I'm just duplicating that one. I'm just duplicating the another record as well. Okay. I'm just duplicating the another record. So 0 to something like what? Okay. Something like what? Horan. Horan is nothing but on the part name and something like 3500. Okay. So the 03, that is a 03, that is nothing but on what? Something like mirror part. Okay. I'm just charging for what? 1500. So tell me, sir, is our 3 insert statements will pass or will fail? Any one of the insert statement will fail. Can you guys please confirm? Our check constraint is our check constraint is satisfying like as in the condition or not? When you are inserting like as in the value of the price, okay, when you are inserting like as in the buy price, okay, for that the condition what we have specified, sir, the buy price value should be what? Greater than 0. So it is satisfying these 3 conditions or not? So means definitely these 3 inserts will be passed. Okay, commit the database. Okay, commit the database. Select the parts information. Select a star from what? Parts. So we are able to see the parts information or not? We are able to see the parts information or not, sir? What is the negative scenario? What is the negative scenario? Can I insert? Can I insert like as in the buy price value as in the 0 or not? Negative scenario, sir. If I'm so tell me, sir, is it pass this scenario or it will fail that an error? Definitely it will throw you an error, sir. Observe carefully, sir. What you got, sir? What you got an error? So Oracle, Vora 02290, this is the exception ID, the check constraint, check constraint, and the Mahesh database. This is what the constraint name, and it is violated. Okay, understand, sir? It is violated this constraint or not? Means that check constraint is not satisfying. Check constraint is not satisfying. That's why it is throwing an error, sir. Hope you guys are comfortable or not? Hope you guys are comfortable or not, sir? Okay. Yes. So observe carefully, sir. I'm just giving that in the notes. Okay. For this scenario, okay. Workspace queries. Okay. Workspace queries, sir. Okay. Workspace queries. I'm just giving you here. Okay. And inserted the records, and then what? You just showed that the table information as well. Right, sir? This is what the table of information, sir. Okay. Yes. Okay. So this is what like as an output, sir. Okay. This is what like as an output of what? Select star from parts. Okay. And the negative scenario, sir. Negative scenario. Okay. So negative scenario, sir. Negative scenario, what you are doing, sir? You are just performing what? Insert. You are just performing what? Sir, value you have to specify, sir. Okay, Satish. You cannot give like as in the greater than or equal to 0. Okay. You mean to say that in the check condition? Yeah, you can. In the check condition, you can give it, sir. No problem. Okay. This is nothing but an output, sir. What is an output, sir? What is the output you are getting, sir? Can you guys please read out? Output. So this is what like as an the error in the statement. Come on, guys. Can anyone explain me this error? So Oracle. So this is nothing but an error code of the Oracle. Okay. This is nothing but an error code of the Oracle, sir. Okay. Check constraint is failing. Check constraint is violating. On what database? Mahesh database. And this is what the constraint name. Clear or not? Shall we go with what? This scenario or not? Shall we go with what? This scenario or not? Shall we go with the what? This scenario or not? Let us try with that scenario as well, sir. Let us try with that scenario as well. Observe carefully. Observe carefully, sir. Okay. Observe carefully, sir. Just for creating the another table, creating like as an what? Another table for check constraint, sir. Okay. Another table for check constraint. See, sir, parts underscore 1, sir. Okay, what is our check constraint condition, sir? What is our check constraint condition? Can you guys please confirm? What is our check constraint condition? Our buying price should be what? Greater than. So our buying price should be what? 5,000, and which is 5,000 between like as in the 5,000 to what? 99,999, right or not? Okay, if I am supplying like as in the buying price should be less than 5,000 means what it will happen? Our constraint will throw you an error or not? Come on, guys. Yes, definitely, right? So let me get the insert statements. Let me get the insert statements, sir. Okay, yes, 25,000, 35,000 and 15,000. So tell me, our sequels are passed or not? Any condition got failed? So positive scenario, sir. Positive scenario. So tell me, sir, it is passing like our check constraint or not? Yes, all are got passed. So what is our table name? _1. Okay, parts _1. Okay, let us try to insert. Yes, the inserts got passed as expected. So what is the negative scenario? What is the negative scenario, guys? Can you guys please confirm? What is the negative scenario? Our negative scenario to test this? Same insert query. Same insert query. I'm just supplying like as in what? 4,500. So 4,500. In this scenario, what I'm going to do, sir? We are getting like a constraint got violated or not? Constraint got violated or not, sir? Yes, it is less than 0, sir. Okay. And at the same way, I'm just giving for what? 4,999. 4,999. See, sir, again it is passing, again it is failing or not? Again it is failing or not, sir? Yes. Okay, I am passing like one more scenario. So 5,000. So 5,000 will be included or 5,000 will be excluded? Just verify it. So 5,000 is excluded or included, sir? So 5,000 is allowed or 5,000 is not allowed? Not allowed. Not allowed. Okay. So yes. So if I am going to try with what? 99,999. So will be allowed or will not be allowed? Just see, sir. Will not be allowed. Will not be allowed. The values must be what? So 5,001 to 99,998, sir. That's all. Understand, sir? Hope you guys are comfortable or not. This is the negative scenario and positive scenario, guys. Hope you guys are comfortable. Yes. Okay. So workspace queries, sir. Okay. This is nothing but an what? Sir, workspace queries. Workspace queries, sir. I'm just giving like as an what? Workspace queries for your references. Okay. I'm just inserted for the positive scenario. Okay. Then after that, what? Select query I did not executed. Huh? Yeah. Let me add. Selecting the data. Selecting the data. Selecting the data, sir. Okay. Select a star from parts _1, sir. Parts _1. That's all. This is what our query. This is what our query, sir. Okay. And what is an output? This is what like as an output. Okay. Yeah. This is what like as an output, sir. Okay. Fine, sir. That's fine. Okay. So when it comes for the negative scenario, what is the outputs, sir? What is the outputs we are getting? What is the outputs we are getting? So just go to the script output screen. Okay. Just try to get this, the error messages. Okay. Yes. Fine, sir. Fine. These are the things. Okay. For our references, for your references, sir, I'm just giving you these error messages for you, sir. Okay. So nothing more than that. Sir, simple, sir. Control C, Control V, sir. Nothing more. Okay. Yes. Okay. Hope you guys are comfortable about this. So the select command. So about like as in the check constraint. check constraint, sir? Okay. Yes. So, sir, and one more important point, sir. One more important point. This is what like as another way of defining for what constraint. Let me show you this way as well, so that you will be the clear for this the three syntaxes. Okay, this is nothing but on what table level, sir. Table level. Okay, just go with what table level. So parts underscore two, sir. Someone asking, please provide all the keys in the table, sir. Okay, observe carefully, sir. Part ID, I'm just defining as an what unique key and not null. Okay, part name is allowing like as in the not null. Okay, number buying price. Right now, I did not define any check constraint. I'm defining like as in the check constraint by using what constraint class. That's all. Hope you clear. So part 3 is also created or not? Part 2 is also created or not, sir? Come on, guys. You can create like as in the constraint at the table level or not? Check constraint. Check constraint you can create at the table level or not, sir? Yes, we can. Okay, we can, sir. So that's what I that's what I told you, sir. This is what like as an errors you are getting. Okay, this is what like as an errors you are getting, sir. Okay, yes. And see, sir, you can add like as in the check constraint after the creating the table as well, sir. Okay, you can you can add the check constraint to the existing table, sir. Okay, so you can add like as in the check constraint for the column of an existing table by using what alter table table name, add constraint, constraint name, then followed by constraint type and expression, sir. Understand? And it is nothing but an what expression. Okay, yes. If you guys wanted to add one more column to this existing table, sir, alter table name. Okay, parts underscore two. Okay, parts underscore two, sir. Add add column. Okay, add column what cost and the number column, sir. I'm just added like as in the new column. Okay, add 1 minute. Alter table name. Add so cost. That's all right. Cost of what? Number of 9 comma 2. That's fine. Alter table name. Add column name. Okay, column name. That's fine. Okay, yes. So see, sir. Why these things are not happening? Just a minute. So percentages is not column. Alter table name. What is the command, sir? What is the command for adding the new column? This is correct, right? Okay, something like a part underscore cost, sir. Okay, yes. Part underscore cost column. What is the syntax, sir? What is the syntax for adding the new column to the table? Tell me, guys. What is the syntax? What is the syntax, sir? I'm expecting an answer from you guys. Remove that column. Alter table name. Okay, table name, add column data type, right? That's what we did, right? Okay, it is not required. Yeah, so see, that's fine. Okay, so column is not required, sir. Okay, this is what like as on the alter command for adding. Okay, shall shall we add the constraint to this part underscore cost column or not? Come on, guys. Shall we add like as in the check constraint to the newly added column or not? Come on, guys. Shall we add like as in the check constraint for the newly added column or not, sir? That we okay, that we can do, right? Same story, sir. Same story. Alter table name. The table name is what? Parts underscore two. Add constraint. Check positive constraint. And then what? Part underscore cost. That's all. See, sir, the constraint got added or not? The constraint got added or not, Sagis? Right? So now you can try to add like as in the cost value when inserting the table, sir. Okay, try with this scenario as an assignment. Okay, so you can drop the constraint. You can drop the check constraint by using what? Alter table name drop command. And we can enable and disable what? We can enable and disable what? Constraint temporarily as well on the table. Understand, sir? Clear? Clear or not? Everyone on the check constraint, is that clear, guys? Okay. Yes, sir, we can define like as in the check constraint in another way as well. Okay, in another way as well, guys. Just a minute. Let me tell you that way as well. One minute, sir. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So observe carefully, sir. Okay. Observe carefully. You can add like as in the check constraint. You can add like as in the check constraint to the one more column on the table as well, sir. Okay, I wanted to allow on the I wanted to allow for what? Only particular names, sir. Okay, observe carefully, sir. I'm just creating the table here. Observe carefully, guys. This is very important. This is very important. Just please concentrate here. Just please concentrate here, guys. This is what the table, sir. Okay, now I am not specifying the constraint, check constraint on what? By price column. I'm just specifying for what? Check constraint for what? Not null constraint. Okay, not null constraint, and then followed by check constraint. Okay, and then followed by what? Check constraint, sir. Okay, and then followed by what? Check constraint, and then followed by what? Check constraint, sir. And then name is nothing but an what? Part underscore name, and in condition, sir, where you can specify what particular elements, sir. Something like what? Horn. Okay, something like what? Horn. Something like what? Mirrors. Okay, something like what? Screws. Okay, something like what? Another tools. Okay, so these values only will be allowed into this particular column, guys. Understand? Understand my point or not? So means when you are inserting like as in the values into the part name, so check constraint will verify whether the user is supplying the values of these values are matched or not. If it is matched, then only it will allow the condition. Then only it will allow the data into this table. If it is not matched means then it will throw you an error. Understand, sir? I'm just creating like as in another parts table, that is parts 3. Parts 3 got created. I'm just inserting the data. Observe carefully. Insert into parts underscore 3. Okay, values of okay 0 1 comma okay 01 comma and then Haran. Okay, Haran, and then value is nothing but an what? 2500. Okay, that's all. Okay, so tell me, our row got inserted successfully or not? Our row got inserted successfully or not, sir? So number 2, okay, I'm just specifying as an what? Mirrors. Okay, something what? 3500. Okay, just copy this value. Okay, just copy this value, sir. Okay, so means check constraint will always validate whether the part name is in the given values or not. If it is given values means then I will. So then I will insert into the database. Otherwise, I will not insert into the database, guys. Understand, sir? Understand or not? Okay, fine. So observe carefully. Okay, so this is what like as in the positive scenario, sir. This is what like as in another example. So another example, sir. Another example on what? Check constraint, sir. Another example for what? Check constraint. Example on check constraint, sir. Example on what? Check constraint. Okay. Yes. This is what like as an the positive scenario, sir. Okay. Workspace queries. Okay. Workspace queries, sir. Okay. Workspace queries, sir. Okay. Positive scenario, sir. Positive scenario. Positive scenario, sir. What is that positive scenario, sir? This is the one. Okay. Yes. So observe carefully, sir. I'm just giving as an Ashok. Okay. Something like I'm just giving like as in the non-matched values of the checklist. Right or not? Come on, guys. I'm just checking like as in the non-checked values on this non-checked values or not. Tell me, sir. Am I inserting like as in the non-checklist value or not? I'm trying to insert that one. So see, sir, what you are getting, sir? Violated. Check constraint is violated or not? So check constraint is violated or not, guys? Okay. Check constraint is violated or not? Understand? Understand my point, guys, everyone? Yes. So whatever the values you have specified in the check constraint, those values are only allowed to that particular column, sir. Other than that values, it will give you an error. Okay. So that is what check constraint, guys. Clear? Clear, guys, everyone? With respect to the check constraint? With respect to the check constraint, is that clear, guys? Any doubts? Any doubts, guys? Any doubts or not? Okay, then. So we'll be moving on to the another constraint, sir. That is called default constraint, sir. Default constraint. This constraint is allows the given value is treated as an what? Default value, even though user does not enters any value for the column. Otherwise, the default value will be an inserted, sir. Okay. What we are going to do here is, so we will be defining some default value at the column level. If the end user is supplied the value to that column means that value will be inserted into that column. If the end user does not provided the value, does not supply the value to that column means the default value will be inserted into the table, sir. Understand, sir, what I'm trying to say? So you can define this constraint at the, you can define this constraint at the column level, sir. If you are adding these constraints to a particular column of the table, okay. So if the user is supplied the value to this column means that value will be inserted. If the user does not supply the value to this column means that will not be, default value will be inserted, sir. Understand? And the default constraint is indirectly does not allow what? Null values, right or not, sir? If the end user does not supply the value to the column means default value will be inserted. It is indirect. It is indirectly does not allows the null values or not. Come on, guys. Is it is indirectly does not allow the null values or not? Come on, guys. We can apply the default constraints on more than one column on the same table, sir. We can apply the default constraint on more than one column on the database table. Yes, sir. Yes, we cannot apply the default and unique constraint at a time. Understand, sir? We cannot apply like as in the default and the unique constraint at a time in the Oracle. Okay. So how can you define the default constraint, sir? So while at the defining the column in the table, so where you can use like as in the default keyword with respect to the value, sir. That's all. Okay. If you guys observe carefully, I'm just giving you the example here. Create a table name, employee ID, not null constraint, employee name, not null constraint, age is nothing but in the number, and the country. If the end user is supplying the country value means it will insert that country value. If it is not supplied means what is the default value? What is the default value, sir? What is the default value, sir? Here, India. Okay, India is the default value, sir. If the end user is supplying like as in the country value means that country value will be inserted. If he is not supplied means then what? If he is not supplied means then what? The default value will be what? India. Okay, and date of joining, sir. And the date of joining is nothing but on the date column, sir. If the end user is not supplying any value to the date of the date of joining value means then what is the default, sir? System date. The default date will be what? System date, sir. Okay, let us try to create the same table, sir. Let us try to create the same table. Okay, yes. See, sir, I'm just created like as an employee table, sir. Okay, I'm just trying to insert into the employee values of one. Okay, one employee and then Mahesh. Okay, the Mahesh employee, sir, and the age is nothing but an what? 35. Okay, and the country is what? Something like I just define as an what? USA, and the date of joining is nothing but an what? System date, sir. Okay, system date. That's all. So this is the positive scenario or negative scenario? Come on, guys. This is nothing but an what? Positive scenario or negative scenario, sir? Come on, guys, quickly. Positive scenario, sir. Okay, just row got inserted, sir. Row got inserted. Okay, I'm just going with what? Negative scenario. Negative scenario means nothing but an avoiding that columns, sir, while inserting. Okay, while inserting, avoiding that columns. Insert into, okay, insert into employee, the value employee of what? Okay, employee of what? ID and then name and then age. Okay, that's all. Okay, so then observe carefully. Okay, value 0 to something like what? Mahesh, sorry, something like what? Ashok. Okay, and then followed by what? Age, sir. Okay, age something like 35. I just mentioned as in what? 35, sir. Okay, yes, the row got inserted successfully. Just verify, sir. Just verify. Select a star from what? Employee table. So observe carefully, sir. For the first row, whatever the country I have given as in the input, that country got inserted or not? Okay, for the second row, I did not provided the inputs to what country and the date of joining. Will be the getting or not? Will be inserted as in India as a default and the current date got inserted or not? Come on, guys. Right, sir. So this is nothing but on the default constraint, sir. This is nothing but on what? The default constraints, nothing more than that. Okay, so if the end user is supplying, if the end user is not supplied the value to a particular column means then default value will be inserted. Okay, so you can add the default constraint after creation of the table, sir. After creation of the table with the help of what? Alter table name modify statement, sir. Okay, you can add the default constraint to the existing table of and the column with the help of what? Alter modify, sir. Okay, and how can you remove the default value for the column as well? Whatever the column you have added, there is a chance of adding for what? This is the one, sir. That's all. Hope you guys are comfortable or not, sir. Hope you guys are comfortable or not. Come on, guys. So Will you practice these things before attending the 13th December session, sir? Will you practice these things and come back for the 13th December session? Come on, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I will give you an unmute option for you, sir. Okay, totally, we have completed 4 constraints. We have completed with what? Unique constraint. We have completed with what? Not null constraint. We have completed with what? Check constraint. And we have completed with what? Default constraint. So we have left 2 more. That is primary key and foreign key. That is what very important. Okay, that is what very important. Those things will be the covering on the next session, sir. Okay, day 2 class notes is not added in the GitHub, sir. Can you please check it out? Just a minute. See, sir, day2.zip there is there, right? Day2.zip, sir. Day2.zip, that is there, right? You can go with that. Okay. Sudha G, like where you can see that what day2.zip files are in the GitHub. Okay. Yes. Okay. Any other questions? Anybody wanted to ask the questions? Just raise a hand so that I will give you an unmute option for you guys. Okay. Just keep in mind. So tomorrow onwards, tomorrow 8th December to 12th December, we do not have any session, sir. Okay, we do not have any session. Again, the session will have on what? 13th December, sir. Okay, again, the session will be what? 13th December. Just keep these points in the mind, sir. Okay, yeah. So that's all for today, guys. If you have any questions, you can just like ping the message in the chat, sir. Okay, in the group, WhatsApp group. Okay. Yes, unable to open the database. Dhananjay. So are you in front of the system? One minute, sir. Okay, let me stop the recording first.